If you're looking to shoot lower scores, then you must get dialed in with your wedges. So with that in mind, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to hit a distance wedge in just 3 minutes. Welcome back to my video series called 3-Minute Thursdays, where every Thursday I post a video on a complicated topic where I simplify it down in just 3 minutes. Now in today's video, we are talking about distance wedges. Now first of all, what is a distance wedge? A distance wedge is any shot where we are not hitting a full wedge shot. Now it is absolutely crucial that we get dialed in from this distance, as often these are our birdie opportunities or par saving opportunities. So without further ado, let's chuck the timer up on the screen and let's get this video underway. So the key word when it comes to distance wedges is control. We've got to control length of backswing, clubhead speed, strike, ball flight, and overall distance. Now, the first thing we must get right is the setup. So what I want you to do is set up with your stance width slightly narrower than you would for a full shot. From there, you want to position a little bit more weight on the lead leg, so about 60–70% of your weight on your lead leg. Ball position wants to be middle to just forwards and middle. Unless you're trying to hit a very low drivey shot in, I would not play the ball back and middle, contrary to a lot of beliefs. But if you do that, chances are you're going to have to throw your angles out because the ball is going to be too far back in your arc. As well as that, you'll find your strike location gets very high in the face. That produces a high launch, low spin, which is the complete opposite of what we are trying to achieve with a wedge shot. So narrower stance, weight on the left leg. From there, ball middle to slightly forwards and middle. And I personally like to have a little bit of shaft lean. Now, from the down the line view, you can see my feet are very square right here. Personally, I prefer this, but again, this alignment is dependent on your personal preferences. So some players will benefit from having a slightly closed stance. This will help them shallow the club and feel like they can hit sort of a little bit more of a drawy shot, versus other players who struggle with rotating on the way through might want to set up slightly open. Again, this can help them in terms of getting good width on the way through, ensuring a good contact. Now let's talk about the actual swing. So there are 3 keys to this. Number 1, we are not doing full backswing, so we need to control the length of our backswing. Number 2, we need to control our weight. We're not trying to shift all over the place. And number 3, less is more. Let's break those down. So number 1, we are not making full backswings. If you were to have a 60-yard shot and you were to do a backswing all the way up here, you would then have to decelerate in order to control that distance. That now makes it very hard to have a consistent strike. A lot of people use like a clock system or a wedge matrix. So they'll have sort of a hip high swing, a shoulder high swing, and a full swing for all of their wedges. That gives them sort of a matrix thing there. But again, when it comes to that, I like to go sort of hip high to just past hip high, shoulder high to just past shoulder high. Tempo staying the same. I'm just controlling the distance via my swing length and the club that I select. The second thing is weight. Because we are doing shorter swings here, we do not want to be shifting our pressure all over the place like we do in the full swing. I like to get players a little bit more on their left side, feel like they stay stacked on their left side and they just sort of pivot and turn. Now in the downswing, there will be a little bit more of a shift towards the target and pivot through, but the key is that we just don't shift off the ball in the backswing. This allows us to have a more consistent strike where we can get that low point past the golf ball. Now the final point is less is more. Essentially what I mean by this is we do not want to be sort of overly hinging the wrist. Wrist hinge is a power source. I want you to feel like you're sort of wide to wide, and it's your body rotation carrying you through the shot. Now, the very last thing you must ensure is that you have a clean and dry club head. This is going to give you the most amount of spin, helping us control this shot. Let me show you what this should look like right here.